What's up guys, TKF here bringing you guys another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. This is one that I picked up off of Serebii against a guy by the name of Green. It was a pretty decent battle. It was basically, well, you guys will see, but it was my Rainstorm team against his team. So let's go ahead and get into the battle. So I'm going to lead out with Scrubs because Scrubs is used to playing Scrubs, yeah. So I'm going to lead out on Politoed. He's going to lead out with an Infernape. Obviously he would be a fool to stay in because obviously I have the rain boosted Stab Scald. So he is going to switch out and go out into his Mr. Frog, which is funny because I'm a frog and you're not. So he's going to go into a Venusaur and it's going to be able to take that Skull relatively well, even though it's rain boosted. Naturally resist being a grass type obviously, and I'm going to get the burn, which is all good because I like burns. Hacks is good when you get it, but not good when it's against you. First person to admit it, whatever. So I'm going to switch out into my Ferrothorn just because, you know, I wasn't really predicting the Toxic, but at the same time, it can't hurt me other than Hidden Power Fire, but we're in the rain, so, you know, I really don't care. Plus, this is a specially defensive Ferrothorn. So, now he brings in Infernape, and I'm thinking, alright, so I get Spikes up on the switch, and now I can go to Tentacruel, because I'm expecting him to Stealth Rock at this point. So, I'm going to go to Tentacruel now, and then I can force him out and spin, because he doesn't have a Ghost type. But he actually SDs, and this is bad, because I was thinking most SD apes actually do carry the Earthquake, so if he decides to go for it now, then it might kill me, in which case I'll lose my spinner and I won't get up any Toxic Spikes, but I figured I could live it, and I do with 38 HP. So I'm just going to hit him with a Scald, and thanks to the rain, that will be enough to take him out. I think the rain might have actually mattered right there. I don't think I'd have taken him out without it, because I don't have any special attack investment, I don't believe, so that was pretty lucky right there. So I'm able to take down that ape, and I'm not really too good for it, so he's going to send in his Ferrothorn right now, and this is where the game gets a little bit weird. So he's going to send in the Ferrothorn, I'm going to switch, and I figured that going to my Rachi now would be a really good play, because I can get a Wish up, and I can pass it over to my Tentacruel, which would probably be, you know, a great help. So I'm just going to send him in here. As he goes for a Thunderbolt, I'm like, Thunderbolt on a Rachi? Does that make any sense to anyone else, or? I don't know. He goes for the T-Wave. It's going to paralyze me, cut my speed in half. You guys know the drill. It doesn't really matter though, because, you know, Rachi is just basically, well, it kind of matters because Rachi is supposed to get up Thunders, and then Iron Head is paralyzed victims to death. But that doesn't end up happening. But now I figure he's either going to switch, or he's, I don't know what he was going to do. I really don't. I just basically hoped he didn't go for the grass move. That's all I was hoping. And it turns out it's for the Ingrain, so I was like, right. So obviously I need to switch here because he's not going to switch. He's Ingrain now and he can't switch, which I find a really weird play. So I'm just going to go out into No Shame because, you know, I got no shame. So I'm going to Tentacle. I'm going to go out into Ferrothorn here. And the reason why I got into Ferrothorn is because I'm now free to get up as many layers of spikes as I want, because this thing is clearly not doing anything to me. So he just explodes. And I'm... I had to pause. What the fuck? Anyway, I get my spikes up, and that's good for me. And it's really, if you look at my team, Ferrothorn is a really good counter to my team, so I don't really know. Well, it's not that it's a counter, I just can't do anything to it. So he probably should have kept that alive. But T-Tar comes in now, and obviously here, whenever you bring in a T-Tar, it's always a good idea to switch back to Politoed. Why? Because you get the rain up, and obviously I threaten him out because, you know, I have Stab Scalds and whatnot, and he doesn't want to get burned or take that, because he won't have the special defense raise. So, and obviously I resist the Ice Beam. I was actually predicting the Flamethrower or Fire Blast right there, but it doesn't really matter because Politoed can soak up anything this T-Tar wants to go for, as soon as I am bold, I believe. So now he's going to switch out, going to go out into his Venusaur again. Again, I knew this thing was coming in, and I do carry the Ice Beam on this Politoed, and I could have gone for it, but at the same time, I knew that a Scald and burn damage would kill this Venusaur if he decided to switch in onto the layers of spikes that I have up. So really just going for Scald was the safest play and the smartest play right there. So I'm able to take out his Venusaur, and next in is a Gliscor, and he goes for the Brick Break. I'm sorry, hold up. Where the fuck are you getting these sets from? I don't know. I just go for an Ice Beam. I'm just going to take out that Gliscor. That's one less thing that I have to worry about, because Gliscor can be a bit of a nightmare, especially if it comes down to that's his last and I've lost Politoed and Tentacruel. The only thing I have is Scarm, and of course I can't Whirlwind it, so it's a bit of a nightmare. But anyway, in comes Mence. This thing does not scare me at all. I see the substitute and I don't really care. I do have the 4x super effective Ice Beam, so I will be able to keep going for that, which obviously will break his sub. So I know this thing's going to be forced to attack me, and now that he's revealed the substitute, I know he's not choiced, which in turn means I can take an Outrage if he wants to go for it. So I know I can take whatever he wants to go for, and I know that the Ice Beam is most likely going to take him out at this point, unless he's like really heavily invested, which I don't think he is. But Mence is fairly bulky, so it's fair enough, but he's not going to be able to take this, which tells me that he's probably a max speed, max attack variant, but maybe a little bit of HP investment for the sub, I don't know. But I'm going to be able to take him out with the Ice Beam anyway, and next up, and his last, I believe, is going to go out into the bowels, why does everyone call their T-Tyler the bowels? I don't know. It's, he's for the crunch. I didn't really take note of how much damage this does. I thought it did over half because I was actually watching a YouTube video. I was watching Shofu, watching them battles, and I looked over and I was like, shit, crunched in half. What is this thing, like banded? And I was like, no, wait, no, can't be, because I saw the Ice Beam earlier, I think. So he's going to go for the crunch again, and it doesn't quite take me out, obviously. So I'm just going to go for the Scold here, and that will finish him up. So what's good with the 6-0? Luke Smash! So yeah, good game, Green. Got the battle of Serebii. Thanks for watching, guys. More alpha battles coming soon. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.